There are almost 80,000 fugitives at large in the U.S. alone. But once the authorities track down their location, all hell breaks loose. Police bring an armada of force and know-how to prepare for just about everything, because you never know what's behind the next door.
Right, you're arrested for burglary then.
Not all fugitives hole up inside. Some take to the high seas. Elite teams are responsible for chasing them down across miles of open ocean. Every year, the Coast Guard brings nearly 600 international drug smugglers to justice. Their tactical training allows them to board high-speed vessels. And they're the first line of defense in the war on drugs.
Tango down.
But getting to these drug boats is not easy. Off eastern Australia, border forces battle a particularly prickly Poseidon to reach suspected cocaine smugglers. You've got to have a stomach of steel to make an arrest in 9-foot swells like these, or at least a boatload of Dramamine.
Stop! Stay there! Stay there! Put your hands on the team now!
Agents are bum rushing a boat coming in from New Zealand.
Boys, is everyone secure?
And the shocked cartel members quickly hit the deck. And look what we have here. They seized $250 million worth of cocaine, the weight of a minivan, and the largest drug seizure in a decade. Enough to make even Tony Montana blush. Over the last 20 years, savvy smugglers have traded in the stormy seas for a more covert method. Enter the cocaine sub. In the waters off California, the Coast Guard has tracked down a submarine filled to the brim with cocaine. Traveling across the open seas at 15 knots, one bold agent makes the decision to board the sub. Knock, knock. Narco subs operate just below the surface to avoid radar, but most run on diesel engines and need to come up for air. Agents only have a small window to catch the smugglers before they submerge and destroy the evidence. If an agent can get on board, the priority is to open the hatch so the sub can't dive down. Reaching lengths of up to 100 feet, narco subs are built in South American jungles and painted blue or green to camouflage with the sea. These ingenious drug lords have put their evil engineering degrees to work. The cramped quarters can fit a small crew and carry enough fuel to travel 2,000 miles. They don't have a bathroom, but they do have plenty of room for the 17,000 pounds of cocaine seized by the authorities, the weight of an adult elephant. New technology and creative maritime routes have helped smugglers on the high seas avoid authorities. But back on land, criminals have had thousands of years to perfect their hide-and-seek skills, though they don't always have time to get dressed.
Right, you're arrested for burglary then to start with, yeah.
Luckily for this guy, he'll soon be nice and warm in a new orange jumpsuit. And in a drug raid in Brazil, one man has taken his game of hide-and-seek to the next level. This whack-a-mole smuggler pops out from his drug den, where he's been living for 3 years. Can a man not hang out underneath his own home in peace anymore? New listing, cozy rustic studio with quaint metal siding, excellent ventilation, and exposed brick. $2,500 a month. All in all, the seizure was over 100 pounds of cocaine and fentanyl tucked away in the tunnel. But not every hiding spot is a construction project. Others use whatever they can find lying around. Nope, not going with the bush. Where to hide? So many choices. With the cops on his trail, this guy's dressing up as a grill to avoid capture. But will his charbroiled camouflage leave the officers smoked? Warmer, warmer.
I'm not playing this game, alright? I'm gonna put this off you, alright?
His plan would probably work better if he stopped moving
You can hear me, right? What?
and talking.
It's alright, coming out, there's more officers here.
This goose is cooked, and I'd like to commend the officers on a job well done. Not everyone is this careless with their camouflage. These police officers are searching for a mob boss who escaped while serving a 20-year prison sentence. They got a tip he was holed up in his own home, but it took 2 separate raids to find his hiding spot. In New York, they call this game, "Hey, where the f*** is Waldo?" I see him. He's above the dresser.
Okay, get your hands up.
The mobster was spending every day living in a cramped hole behind his dresser, where police found his hideout starter kit. Cash for an international getaway. Toilet paper. A fan. A comfy mattress. Bottles to drink from. And bottles to pee in. The only thing he's missing is an alibi, as he heads back to the slammer. From front porch vandals to mob bosses, cops are equipped to deal with hundreds of obstacles. No matter how shocking. In a neighborhood drug bust in the UK, cops are attempting to gain entry to a particularly difficult door after receiving a tip that the doorknob had been wired with an electric current. So they opt for a pressurized clamp and battering ram. With the force of 3 pianos falling through a roof, battering rams can bash through virtually anything. This wasn't just your average drug raid.
Yes, I'm going to get to the address. To the range.
This door was booby-trapped. Using rubber gloves, boots, and a pressurized clamp, police interrupted the current and avoided being pumped full of 1,000 volts of electricity, enough to cause cardiac arrest. Once they pass through the rigged-up door, the cops can search the location. And they uncover several thousand pounds of marijuana and cocaine. On a drug bust in Ohio, police find their suspect in an unusual spot.
You really think we're that dumb? Get up! He's hiding in the dryer.
This guy has warrants, so he decided to take a turn in the spin cycle, when everyone knows drug dealers are dry clean only.
What are you doing, dude?
This suspiciously unplugged machine was a dead giveaway. Cops seized an incredibly clean criminal, 200 pounds of drugs, and over $10,000 in laundered money.